Good morning, friends. It's Sarah. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to just kind of like wrap up our group that we had. We had that 14-day free group support through the storm, and I wanted to just kind of touch base and see how you were doing. Part of me wanted to make this video for you when I had showered and put my makeup on and looked like the Sarah that you guys are used to seeing. But the reality is that right now, this is the Sarah that you're seeing on social media every day. This is the Sarah that's at home. Things are really hard right now as far as balancing our time. I've been struggling a lot because I'm trying to keep up with online schooling and watching the kids and working my business and doing all the things. And I know that so many of you are in the same boat and you can relate. And so I thought, you know what? I owe it to them to show them that this is me right now. No makeup, a little bit less sleep than usual, kind of burning the candle at both ends. So I just First of all, I'm with you. I wanted to basically, that's the point. That's what I wanted to share with you. Anyways, if you followed along in our group, you had 2 weeks where you got to kind of test drive our community. You got to see what a challenge group looked like. You got to play with the app and you got to try a ton of our workouts. I was really inspired to see so many of you sampling out the different programs. What typically happens when you sample many of them is you can pinpoint right away which one is what I like to call your soulmate workout, meaning the one that you feel most excited and most inspired about. There were probably some where you did it and you're like, that program is not for me. And that's okay. That's the cool part about having the Beachbody On Demand library is knowing that there's lots of options for you and there is a good fit based off of what you love. So anyways, what I hope that you have done or that you will do is that you'll take a step back and reflect and say, which one was my favorite? And what are some of the goals that I have for myself? And then I want you to reach out and say, okay, I really liked Bar Blend because of XYZ. How would I go about getting started with that one? Or can you tell me more? Maybe some of you are in the boat where you're still struggling with nutrition and you're not quite ready to exercise. So maybe you and I need to have a more in-depth conversation about ultimate portion fix or to be mindset. But I just want you to know that there are options for you, and this community is really special, and Beachbody On Demand is really special. It's going to give you an opportunity to really serve yourself right now in a season. Wow, for many of you, you are home and you do have a chance to, do your exercises without having to leave the house. And it's a really cool thing. So what I'm going to share with you are a couple options you have going forward. So number one is nothing, right? You can go forward. You can just play around with those sample workouts that I gave you, and you can kind of keep exercise on hold until you feel ready. That's really important for me. I find that as a coach, it's hard to motivate somebody who isn't quite there yet. And you know what I'm talking about, where you're like, I should start exercising, but I don't really feel like it. How many of you have been that way before? I was there. There was a time where I was at that point. But you have to be at the point where you are at what I call rock bottom, meaning your place where you're like, I have to do this because I have no other choice. I have to take care of myself. Something has to change. And when you get to that point, that's powerful. And that is where change starts to happen. And so that's who I want to work with. I want to work with the people who are ready to totally invest in themselves and totally go all in with a program. So if you're not feeling that way yet, my advice is stick with option one and just continue to, try the samples, think about it, find the best fit, and then you reach out when you're ready. Option two, we have two groups going on right now. I have one that is similar to the Support Through the Storm group that you were in, where the content is really relevant to right now. It's relevant to the situation that our world is in. It's relevant to quarantine. It's relevant to tips on not just working from home, but exercising from home, quarantine-friendly meals, all of those things that were similar to the Support Through the Storm group. So that group is going on right now. You're welcome to be a part of it. It's a multi-program group, meaning that Not everybody in the group is doing the same workouts. They're all doing different ones from the Beachbody On Demand library. Size wise, that group has about 80 people in it right now. So, for those of you who want a big group that's super active, that would be the group that you would want to pursue. The other option is starting on Monday, actually, there is a group for the launch of our newest program, 10 rounds. You guys got to try 10 rounds right in the beginning. So, that was in week 1. You would have tried it. It was with Joel Freeman. It was the boxing program and the strength training, and it was, some of you were like, I'm so sore from this workout, and it was really good. So anyways, that group is starting on Monday. We're going to do a week of preseason, meaning that we're helping lead you into the program. So we're giving you things to do leading up to it, and then the following Monday we would start the workouts. So if you liked 10 rounds and that's the one you want to do, then that would be the group specific for you. We do this every time we launch a totally new program. We do a group that's specific just for that. So anyways, that group is 10 rounds only. The people in that group are the ones who are doing this program. So those are your two choices right now as far as which community you might want to plug into. I'm happy to answer questions if you still have some. I know some of you are still kind of on the fence, and that's okay. I want to be a resource to you, so just shoot me. You can send me back an email, or you can send me, you guys know I'm really busy on Instagram, so if you want to send me a DM on Instagram, I can voice chat you the answer to the questions, and we can kind of talk back and forth so that we can align you with what best fits your goals. So I just want to say, number one, thank you for being a part of that group. Whether you were super active in it or whether you were kind of a fly on the wall, regardless, I'm grateful for you, and I hope that it served you in some way over those 2 weeks that you were with us. So stay healthy, stay safe, stay home, stay well. I'm thinking about all of you, and I would love a chance to work with you in the coming months. Talk to you soon.